Talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Brendan, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
I'm going to say it. The Phillies are officially back. They've won 4 straight now. They're absolutely on fire. Series win against the Trashtros. Dude, I could not have asked for a better win than what we got tonight. Nola looked fantastic. The offense looked like it was slowly starting to click. Got a few discrepancies here and there, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Bullpen was lights out. Just absolutely amazing win. And we all know who's going to pitch tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a few minutes as well. But what's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds post-game show. Friday's not on the show tonight. He had a couple things to take care of, but I do have a special guest. You guys have seen him on the show before a couple times. My brother, Ryan, John Kruk. What's going on, Ryan? What did you think of this win tonight?
Good. Happy we won.
Yeah, I'm happy we won too. I think it's definitely a confidence booster. I think having a series win against the Astros, they're first in the AL West. It's amazing to see that this Phillies team is finally getting out of, knock on wood, that slump that they were in. They just beat, a number one team in their respective division in the AL West. And that's just amazing to see. But, like Jordan, you said here, you called it, man. They needed 2 against the Astros, and they got it done. Again, we're going to talk about it in a few minutes because you all know who's pitching tomorrow. We talked about it yesterday, but they got the win tonight. I'm perfectly okay with a loss tomorrow, and I'll tell you guys why I'm okay with a loss in a few minutes. But I'm glad that they got the win, and I'm glad that they got it in shutout fashion. So that kind of leads us into our first topic, the first thing I'm going to talk about. Shutting out the Astros, or the Trashtros, as I like to call them. Pitching looked absolutely phenomenal tonight. I was fully expecting, and I'm sure everybody else was fully expecting, a Nola meatball down the middle for a home run, but he didn't let up any. He was carving up the Astros, and I think, honestly, he's just so familiar with them and just so used to pitching against them. Looking at his stat line, he went 7 innings pitched, which, again, is amazing for a starting pitcher to go 7 innings. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, no runs at all, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, lowered his ERA to a 3.3. Jose Ruiz, he came in. I was expecting a run or 2 off of Ruiz, but Ruiz was completely shut out. 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 3.95 ERA. And then Tanner Banks. Again, I was expecting a run or 2 off of Tanner Banks because Tanner Banks has been kind of iffy here and there lately, but he was shut down. They were all on lock tonight. Tanner Banks, 1 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, 3.86 ERA. So again, just absolutely amazing win and shutout. The defense tonight was absolutely phenomenal as well. They had some really great catches. I know Turner had that really great over-the-shoulder catch running into the outfield. There was a couple close calls at the warning track. So again, just when your pitching and your defense can go hand in hand and, rely on each other to get the job done, this is exactly what it looks like. It looks like 0 runs for the opposing team. They might get a couple hits here and there, but as long as you can deal on the pitching mound and you can back up your pitcher defensively, this is exactly what it looks like. This is what the Phillies needed, especially going into tomorrow, going into the Braves series at home. And, we've had a really rocky season with the Braves, especially in the series we played against them so far. They usually end up winning 2 and we end up winning 1. They usually take the series, but I'm going to knock on wood again. If we can take this series, I think this is a 4-game series coming up. It starts on Thursday and runs into Sunday. But if we can take this series or tie the series, that's all I'm asking for, either a tie or a win. I'm not expecting a sweep. I don't think they'll lose the series, again, knock on wood, but it's huge confidence booster. So Ryan, what did you think of Nola tonight, man? What did you think of the bullpen as well?
Glad that Nola did not do his typical Nola-ing all over the place. And I'm glad the bullpen is actually getting some work in.
Yeah, I'm glad that the bullpen is getting some work in, especially after last night with the extras. You used a good amount of your bullpen last night. You used Esteves, you used Strom, you used Hoffman. I'm trying to think if they used somebody else. I don't think they did. I think that's it. You don't have Jose Alvarado for the foreseeable future because he's on the restricted list. Don't know what's going on with that. He posted something on Instagram. Religious. I'm not religious, so I don't really know what it meant, but saying God help me and pray for me and this and that. He posted it in Spanish. I'm not fluent in Spanish, so I had to translate it. But the translation was a little bit funky for a couple people I saw. So I don't know if it was the true translation. But again, you don't have Jose Alvarado, so you kind of have to fill in the holes there. And again, the guys came out yesterday, they came out today, did their jobs, got the job done. So great for them, great win, and go into tomorrow with a semi-rested bullpen. But going into the next topic, next thing I want to talk about, Nick Castellanos, dude. He's on an absolute tear. He can't be stopped. And looking at his stat line, the past couple games, he's hitting a .250 on the season, but since the All-Star break, he's hitting well above 300. Absolutely on fire. I can't ask for more. It seems like every time he's out there, he's hitting. He's hit ever since the I'm looking here. He's hit a lot recently. The only times he hasn't hit was August 21st and August 22nd against the Braves, but before that, he was getting anywhere between 1 to 3 hits. So he's just on fire. Tonight he goes 1 hit for a home run, a 3-run bomb, 3 RBI, 4 at bats, 1 strikeout, 1 home run, .250 ERA. And if it wasn't for that home run, we maybe would have won that game because our pitching was so dominant. It probably wouldn't have been 5-0, probably would have been 2-0, 3-0 maybe. But just dominant. And I really think personally that Nick Castellanos needs to be moved up in the lineup. I really think that Bohm needs to be moved down for a game or two. I don't think that Bohm is your cleanup hitter right now. He looked absolutely terrible today between striking out, grounding into a double play. It just seems like the Phillies in general ground into a lot of double plays lately. But looking at the stat line for all your hitters tonight. Schwarber 0 for 4, Turner 2 for 3 with 1 RBI, Harper 2 for 4, accounted for 1 run. Turner also accounted for 1 run. Bohm 1 for 4, 1 RBI, which I'll give it to him. He got the RBI. Casty 1 for 4, 3 RBI. Stott, again, he's kind of hit or miss lately as well. It seemed like he was hot the past couple games, but now he's cold. 0 for 4. Romuto 2 for 4. Marsh 1 for 4. Hayes 2 for 3. Hayes is finally starting to get back to hitting. And then Rojas, he came in to play defensively, so he didn't hit. But again, this offense seems like it's starting to click. It seems like they're starting to play the short ball. They'll get a home run here and there. That's great. But they're getting on base. They're taking walks. They're not chasing as much. So, Kevin Long, if you're watching these videos and you're finally, listening to us as the fans, thank you. Thank you for finally doing your job and making it so these hitters are not absolute crap. So, Ryan, what do you think about Nick Castellanos and the batting?
Glad he's hitting because he's my favorite player. I think he hit that home run because somebody probably, died.
So somebody did die. For those of you that have Barnes and Nobles, this is the only death I saw today. I guess the founder of Barnes and Nobles died today. So, always check on your loved ones when Nick Castellanos hits a home run. But, like Jordan said here, listen to the fans, dude. I swear, if coaches listen to fans, I guarantee you maybe like 50% of the time, it might work out. But Diggs, what's going on, man? Cool profile picture, dude. That's actually a really fire profile picture.
What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's Stephon Diggs.
Oh.
So, but yeah. So great outing offensively. Nick Castellanos comes in clutch. Going to the next topic though, series win. This is exactly what you needed coming out of the slump that you were in, going into the next series with the Braves. Them having this series win is huge, especially against, like I said earlier, one of the best teams in the AL and in their respective division in the AL West. And, like Friday and I said yesterday and the day before, this is the first time that you've played the Astros since the World Series, and you're now playing them at home. So for the Astros to come into CBP and you win a series against them at home is, kind of a statement that we're pissed off about the World Series. Granted, it didn't go our way, whatever. I still think if things happen a certain way, we would have won, but whatever. But again, this is just a great statement win. It shows that the Phillies aren't backing down, that they're still here to dominate and play, and we're more than capable of winning against anybody. We're more than capable against good teams. And I feel like last year or the year before, we probably maybe would not have won this game. Phillies really had a difficult time against good teams, and it just seems like there were times where Rob would just throw in the towel and not try. So this team is finally starting to click. They're finally starting to hit. They're finally starting to do all the things right. And again, I'm going to knock on wood because I don't want to jinx, but it seems like they're finally starting to get back to their first half of the season. And, with that series win, like I was saying earlier, I'm glad that they won tonight because, and this is going to be two topics in one, I guess, because it leads us into the next part. But Taijuan Walker's on the mound tomorrow. And I said this yesterday. I really think that the reason that he's starting, I don't think it's a Rob decision. I think it's a Dave decision. Either one of two things. Either Dave really cares about the money, doesn't want to let Walker go, and is like, well, I'm paying him all this money. You are going to pitch him, and you can't say anything about it, Rob. Or two, Dave is saying, well, he's been kind of bad lately. Let's give him one more start, one more chance. If he blows it, you're gone. I think it's option two. I really hope it's option two, where if Taijuan Walker blows, Dave's just going to give him the boot and say, all right, you're done. You're gone. We can't do this anymore. And I hope it's that decision. I really do. I'm okay with a loss tomorrow. I'm okay with them losing, and the only reason for that is because I can't stand Taijuan Walker, and it leads into what I just said. If Taijuan Walker really does bad tomorrow, I really think Dave's going to sit down and be like, all right, you can't start him anymore. You can't. Whether, you put him in the bullpen and he only comes in for one inning here and there. I mean, as a fan, I'll take that. I'll take him being in the bullpen, maybe coming in for 1 or 2 innings when it's, when you have a lead like you get against the Royals where it was 11-2, and you bring in Walker for the end of the game. If he lets up a run or two, whatever, that's fine. But you're giving him time to pitch. So, if it's 11-2, he lets out 1 hit or 1 earned run, and it's 11-3 now. Now you can say, oh, well, you pitched. We're pulling you now. I don't know what the options are really. I'm hoping, if worst case scenario, if it comes down to it, that he gets put in the bullpen, and that's what they do, is where, again, they just bring him in when the lead's up. I don't know. It's going to be harder now because you don't have Jose Alvarado and you don't know when he's coming back. Interviews with Rob earlier said he doesn't really know. He hopes that he comes back for postseason, but again, nobody knows. So, like Jordan said here, I believe it's option 2 as well. If he messes up, he's done. He's out of here. So, yeah, but again, like I've been saying, I'm fine with the loss tomorrow. And then we go on to play the Braves, and I think Christopher Sanchez starts on Wednesday, so that'll be a good start. So, Ryan, what did you think of the series win? What did you think of, or what do you think, rather, of Taijuan Walker pitching tomorrow?
I'm going to go in order. So I'm just glad that we got the series win to show that the Astros are just a Mickey Mouse franchise. And for Taijuan Walker, I just think he's a bum. He just needs to go. Like, honestly, I'm tired of Rob deciding, oh, let's put this guy in. Let's try not to get the sweep. I don't want the sweep. You're just being stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Rob, not Dave. I think Rob makes very questionable decision at time for a manager. And tomorrow is going to go either one of 2 ways. Either A, you have Taijuan Walker give up a lot of runs and the offense is terrible, or Taijuan Walker gives up some runs and the offense gets behind him. It's either or, because we've seen both this season. We've seen where Taijuan Walker gives up a lot of runs and the offense is just terrible. We've seen where Taijuan Walker gives up a few runs and the offense dominates. Looking at starting pitchers tomorrow, I said this the other night, but I'll go over it again. For the Astros, it's Spencer Arrighetti, right-handed pitcher. He's 6-11 on the season with a 4.94 ERA and 140 strikeouts for the Astros. For the Phillies, we have Taijuan Walker, right-handed pitcher as well, 3-5 on the season, 6.26 ERA, and 53 strikeouts. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be either a pitching duel or it's going to be who lets out the most home runs until the bullpen's brought in. And between yesterday and today, I feel like both teams, Astros and Phillies, have kind of used up a lot of their bullpen. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's kind of all I have for you guys tonight. Phillies win 5-0 in a shutout, in a combined shutout. And just a great confidence booster going into tomorrow and the rest of the week coming up against the Braves. So tomorrow is a 4:05 game. So a little bit of an earlier post-game show. Ryan, appreciate you hopping on. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, that's all we have for you. Phillies win 5-0. go ahead,
Phils.
the outro. Everybody, have a good night.
The Titans!
Swing and a drive, left field.